My name is Charles Campise, and I'm the author of Adventures of a Rideshare Driver. The paperback book contains the funniest stories and the most interesting people who told those stories from the first 8,000 riders in my car. When I retired, I had completed 14,100 trips. I came home very excitedly most evenings, and I woke up my wife to tell her all the funny things that had happened. And then she couldn't go back to sleep. So she suggested that I have people write in a diary. And when I had 3 diaries completely filled with anecdotes and stories, I decided I had enough material to write a book. Driving in Austin, Texas is something of a challenge now because the traffic is so bad. But because the city has grown so much, the ride-sharing business in Austin is extremely profitable 24 hours a day and night. And when I first started, it was profitable for about 6 hours an evening. So driving in Austin gives me an opportunity to meet people from all over the world. I want to note that it was so enjoyable to drive people who had so many questions about the airport and so many questions about the city. Most people, I point out, did not know that our airport used to be a base for B-52 bombers. I have a few tips for rideshare drivers. I think it says a lot about you, and it says a lot about the city where you're driving if you have maps of the city in your car for people to take with them, or you have a list of interesting places to take them. In the summertime, it's crucial that you carry at least 12 cold bottles of good old plain water. You would be surprised how many people cherish the fact that they get in your car and you say, "Would you like an ice cold drink of water?" It was my first night on the road as a rideshare driver. I went 2 blocks and the guy in the front seat turned around and started slugging the other guy in the face. So I made a left turn on one street and I made the next right turn and pulled the car over. In my rearview mirror, I could see red flashing lights. And he walked up to me and asked me for my identification. He looked at my driver's license and he said, "You're not from around here, are you?" "No, sir, I just started a job working with a rideshare company." He looked at the guy in the front seat. He looked at the guy in the back seat and said, "Is there a problem here?" And both guys at the same time said, "No, there was a problem, but we solved it." Another Sunday morning, I picked up somebody off of East Riverside. A young couple, they were going downtown. They got in the car. I introduced myself. "Hi, my name is Charlie. What's yours?" And the man, obviously the husband, said, "I don't like where this is going. Stop at the next street corner and let us out." I never turned down a fare. I tolerated people who were a little bit tipsy. I answered every question ever asked by anybody who rode with me. From my book, you will learn that rideshare riding is something that's pleasant, useful, and worth your time. I will never regret the experience of being a rideshare driver. My impression of people, believe it or not, people are great.